afternoon and welcome to Lunchtime News live on News First. I'm Nicola D'Souza. As usual, we start off with a look at your headlines. Ministry of External Affairs says the safety of asylum seekers returning to Sri Lanka can be guaranteed. A reduction in incidents of drowning reported during the Prason season this year. And in international news, a raid on a presidential compound in the Afghan capital. Minister of External Affairs Professor G.L. Piri says he can guarantee the safety of people returning to Sri Lanka after failed asylum seeker claims in countries such as Australia. In an interview with an Australian television network, Professor Piri disputed the genuine nature of many asylum seeker claims made by people fleeing Sri Lanka.
They have been returned by Australia because Australia was convinced that they were not in danger. And Australia is not alone in that. Large numbers have been sent back from the United Kingdom. NGOs and others have gone to the British courts arguing that it is unsafe to return them. But those claims have been rejected by British courts. And large numbers continue to be returned to Sri Lanka. This is because it is now dawning on all these countries that these people have self-serving, self-seeking motive, and the action taken by these governments independently is proof enough of the fact that conditions in Sri Lanka are stable and that there is no danger at all to these people.
The police stated that several people were injured when two buses collided near the Hadithawa bridge in the Habaranduwa police division. Police media spokesperson SP Buddhika Siriwadana said that the accident took place at around 7:30 this morning.
The police media spokesperson said that a private bus, while transporting garment factory workers from Galle to Mathura, collided with a stationary bus. Pushed by the force of the collision, the stationary bus had crashed onto another bus transporting school children. The stationary bus was transporting workers to the Koggala Free Trade Zone. 6 workers employed at the Koggala Free Trade Zone who sustained injuries are currently receiving treatment at the Karapitiya Teaching Hospital. Our correspondent said that both buses have been taken into custody by the Habaranduwa police.
The Foreign Employment Bureau states that migrant workers who travel overseas for employment for the second time and whose service contracts have been extended should renew their registration. Deputy Manager of the Bureau, Mangala Randheniya, says that if migrant workers fail to renew their registrations, they would lose several benefits. Randheniya notes that issues may crop up in intervening on behalf of migrant workers who face numerous issues.
මෙසේ ලියාපදිංචි අලුත් කර නොගැනීම නිසා මේ අය තවදුරටත් ඒ සේවා ස්ථානවල වැඩ කරගෙන නැත්නම් සේවා කරගෙන ඉදී මුහුණ දීපු ප්‍රශ්න කාර්යාලයට වාර්තා වෙන අවස්ථාව.
They will have to face problems when lodging a complaint, when sorting issues relating to insurance, civil matters, and when obtaining legal assistance simply because they have not renewed their registration. The Foreign Employment Bureau will also face problems when intervening on behalf of these migrant workers. Registering or documenting is important if you are already employed as a migrant worker or if you are hoping to go abroad for work.
ලියාපදිංචි වීම එහෙමත් නැත්නම් ලේඛනගත වීම කියන කාරණේ තාම වැදගත් වෙනවා.
The Paddy Marketing Board has identified 27 businessmen who have purchased paddy stocks from the government with the promise of producing rice but have failed to do so. Chairman of the Paddy Marketing Board, KB Jayasinghe, has said that a buffer stock of 20,000 metric tons of paddy had been provided to businessmen.
KB Jayasinghe stated that the businessmen had failed to supply nearly 3,500 metric tons of rice to the government. Jayasinghe added that legal action would be taken against these businessmen. He said that raids are underway in the Anuradhapura, Polonnaro, Kurunegala and Ampara districts.
The Department of Prisons says that mobile phones and SIM cards that were found during search operations carried out at the Negombo and Colombo magazine prisons will be handed over to the Terrorist Investigation Division. Prisons Commissioner Gamini Kulathunga said that investigations will be carried out into various activities that were done with the use of these SIM cards.
A sudden search operation carried out on Sunday at the Magazine prison, 13 mobile phones, several SIM cards and money were found. Prisons Commissioner Gamini Kulathunga said that 23 mobile phones and 27 SIM cards were also discovered during search operations conducted at the Negombo prison on the 22nd of this month. Gamini Kulathunga said that internal investigations will be conducted in these prisons.
Yet another media workshop conducted by News First for school children in a bid to improve their media knowledge is underway at the Payagala Pottuil Navodaya Vidyalaya in Kaluthara. This is incidentally the 98th workshop conducted by News First.
The News First team were extended a warm welcome by the students and teachers of Pottuil Navodaya Vidyalaya in Kaluthara this morning. Students are given practical knowledge about communications and are also made aware of how a news report is compiled and telecast. The workshop is also a platform for students to showcase their talents.
Today is the third day of the Sadaham Puja Posun Zone, sponsored by News First. The Posun Zone commenced last Sunday near the Muagama Viharaya in Ratnapura. A large crowd visited the Sadaham Puja Posun Zone yesterday. People visiting the Posun Zone can witness the Posun Pandal and lanterns that are on display until the 29th of this month. The News First mobile studio has also been set up at the Posun Zone, granting the opportunity for talented youngsters to participate in screen tests. Screen tests will be held today from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Briton Brian Cookson, who is challenging Irishman Pat McQuaid for the presidency of the International Cycling Union, said a priority for him, if elected, would be to open an independent investigation into doping offences to be able to restore credibility to the sport after the Lance Armstrong scandal.
Cookson has been president of British cycling since 1996, overseeing high-profile Olympic and Tour de France victories that have encouraged many ordinary Britons to take up cycling to keep fit or commute to work. Cookson, who has served on the UCI's management committee since 2009, said he was putting his name in the hat for the UCI presidency to be able to resolve issues he felt still needed working on.
I certainly think that is a perception held by many, both riders and in the media and in the public, I guess. What I believe is that we haven't yet got to the bottom of these allegations. We need to have that independent forensic examination of that era. We need to have those people open the files, and we need to conclude that very, very quickly. And that's why I said in my speech that I would commit to doing that within the first 6 months of my presidency. We need to put those allegations to bed once and for all to find out the truth, and we haven't found out all of the truth yet.
Chris Bosh held the 2013 NBA trophy high for all to see as the team paraded through the streets of Miami on double-decker buses.
Let's go! Put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air, put your hands up in the air.
Thousands of people crowded the city's downtown area as the Heat, led by MVP LeBron James, rode on top of a double-decker bus and waved to fans. James and his teammates seemed to enjoy the moment, some marking the occasion by filming it on their smartphones. The party then went indoors to the packed American Airlines Arena, where the team was introduced to the crowd in celebration. Miami is the first team to repeat championship since the 2009-2010 Los Angeles Lakers.
That's it for this afternoon. Thank you for being with us. I'll see you again at 1:55 with more of the very latest. Have a great day.